Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. In a shocking twist that has sent waves through the NBA community, Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr reportedly made a startling declaration about one of his young stars, Jonathan Kuminga. Insiders claim that behind closed doors, Kerr has allegedly expressed a growing frustration with Kuminga's approach to both practice and games, suggesting that the player doesn't play for me anymore. While the official team statements remain cautious, the rumor mill has been relentless, with sources hinting at tension between the veteran coach, known for his calm demeanor, and the 20-year-old forward whose potential has been celebrated since he entered the league. Analysts are already speculating that this tension could escalate into a trade request or even a benching situation that might impact the team's dynamics in the upcoming season. Social media has erupted with fans divided, some defending Kerr's long-standing coaching philosophy, while others rally behind Kuminga, claiming young talent often clashes with authority but deserves room to grow. The situation is reportedly further complicated by contractual considerations, with Kuminga's recent extensions making any sudden moves financially complex. But insiders argue that Kerr's influence in front office decisions could be decisive. If the whispers hold any truth, this could mark a turning point not only for Kuminga's career trajectory, but also for the Warriors' roster strategy. Sources close to the team have painted a picture of a locker room atmosphere thick with uncertainty, where players reportedly feel the tension between loyalty to the coaching staff and sympathy for Kuminga's plight. The rumor suggests that Kerr, typically celebrated for his player-friendly approach, has reached a breaking point after repeated discussions with Kuminga about effort, focus, and consistency. There are murmurs that practice sessions have become less collaborative, with other players reportedly noticing a distance forming between Kuminga and Kerr, raising eyebrows about team cohesion heading into crucial games. Analysts are buzzing over what this means for the Warriors' championship aspirations, debating whether internal conflict can coexist with a title-contending squad. Some former players have chimed in, claiming that every great team faces moments of tension, but the uniqueness here is the public nature of the rumor, which could intensify media scrutiny and fan speculation. With playoff positioning looming, the Warriors' management reportedly faces a delicate balancing act, supporting Kerr's authority while avoiding alienating a young player with immense upside. If any of these speculations are true, this narrative may dominate headlines for weeks, influencing trade talks, social media debates, and even ticket sales as fans react to every subtle development regarding Kuminga's status. The timing of these whispers adds another layer of intrigue, as the NBA offseason often breeds speculation but rarely sees a head coach publicly, or even privately, declare a star player as effectively sidelined from their plans. The rumor has prompted basketball pundits to revisit past instances of coach-player tensions, drawing parallels to other franchises where disagreements escalated into dramatic roster changes or altered playoff runs. Industry insiders suggest that Kerr's credibility as a tactician could be at stake if he is perceived as mishandling a rising star. But conversely, maintaining strict standards might reinforce his leadership image. The speculation is particularly charged because Kuminga's athleticism and defensive potential have been heavily marketed as cornerstones for the Warriors' long-term vision, creating a narrative tension between immediate discipline and future promise. Fan forums and social media threads have exploded with hypothetical scenarios, ranging from mid-season trades to mentorship interventions, with each rumor feeding the next in a frenzy of anticipation. Meanwhile, journalists have been probing both Kerr and the front office for clarity, yet no formal comments have been issued, leaving the rumor mill unchecked and fertile. If verified, this revelation could rewrite narratives about leadership, loyalty, and the delicate balance of nurturing young talent while maintaining competitive excellence. Some insiders even speculate that the tension could influence upcoming draft or trade considerations, as teams might sense vulnerability within the Warriors' locker room and explore acquiring Kuminga before the situation escalates. The rumor has sparked comparisons to other high-profile NBA conflicts, where star players and respected coaches have clashed, sometimes with dramatic consequences, from benching to forced trades. Observers suggest that the ripple effects could extend beyond Golden State, influencing perceptions of the team's culture and management strategy. Meanwhile, social media amplifies every nugget of information, creating a sense that every practice update, every sideline gesture, and every post-game comment could be evidence of an ongoing feud. Analysts are debating whether Kerr's approach is a strategic warning meant to motivate Kuminga into renewed focus, or an honest acknowledgement that the player no longer aligns with the team's philosophy. Rumors indicate that locker room conversations have been intense, with teammates possibly taking sides or mediating to prevent disruption, but details remain murky. As fans dissect highlight reels and past games for clues, the narrative has become almost cinematic, painting a complex picture of ambition, authority, and the delicate balance of relationships within a championship-contending team. Another angle fueling speculation is the contrast between Kuminga's potential and his on-court performance, which some insiders argue may not fully justify the hype, intensifying Kerr's frustration. Rumors hint that the coach has repeatedly tried to recalibrate the young forward's approach, but that the player's independence and confidence may have clashed with Kerr's structured system. The media frenzy has been relentless, with talk shows, podcasts, and online forums dissecting body language, interviews, and practice footage, each interpretation adding to the swirling uncertainty. Some suggest that this tension, if real, could spur Kuminga to elevate his game, turning friction into a motivational catalyst, while others predict that unresolved conflict could fracture team chemistry. Financial and strategic considerations further complicate the scenario, with contracts, salary caps, and trade clauses all potentially influencing the Warriors' decisions behind the scenes. The rumor persists, though unconfirmed, feeding the imagination of fans and analysts alike who are desperate to uncover the truth behind every subtle hint of disagreement. As the NBA season approaches, all eyes are on Golden State, waiting to see whether this narrative of tension and potential separation will materialize into action or remain an unverified whisper. Finally, speculation has even extended to league-wide implications, with other franchises reportedly monitoring the situation closely, contemplating whether a trade for Kuminga could be on the table if tensions persist. The rumor also feeds debates about player development versus winning now, highlighting the difficult decisions coaches and management face when balancing team success with nurturing emerging talent. Industry experts suggest that Kerr's reputation as a calm and calculating strategist makes these reports particularly striking, given his usual emphasis on player empowerment and collaboration. Fans continue to dissect every press conference, every cryptic comment, and every social media post for evidence supporting the whispers, creating a perpetual cycle of rumor and analysis. Analysts argue that if the whispers are true, it represents a rare glimpse into the complex interpersonal dynamics that can shape a team's future, influencing trades, drafts, and long-term planning. The tension between authority and talent, discipline and freedom, potential and performance, has generated a narrative rich with drama, speculation, and intrigue, leaving fans, journalists, and insiders alike on edge, hungry for clarity and confirmation. Even as the story continues to evolve daily, with each unverified leak and insider report circulating across platforms and media outlets. Whispers emerging from the Warriors' inner circle suggest that the tension between Steve Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga may be far more layered than simple disagreements over effort or attitude. Some insiders speculate that Kuminga's burgeoning confidence and desire for autonomy have collided with Kerr's structured coaching philosophy, creating a subtle yet persistent friction. Sources indicate that teammates have noticed nuanced shifts in interactions, from curt sideline gestures to subtle avoidance during practice drills, fueling speculation that the young forward may feel marginalized. Industry pundits are dissecting the situation, suggesting that such a dynamic could influence everything from playtime distribution to game strategy, with the potential to reshape the team's identity. Social media, as expected, has amplified every minute observation, creating a frenzy of interpretation, with fans poring over post-game interviews, cryptic Instagram posts, and training footage for hints of discord. While official statements remain cautious, the rumor mill paints a picture of a locker room balancing between the pressures of championship contention and the unpredictable dynamics of nurturing young, high-potential talent, leaving observers to wonder if Golden State may be heading toward a delicate crossroads where leadership, loyalty, and future planning intersect with public perception and media scrutiny, keeping the basketball world on high alert. Some sources claim that the underlying issues may extend beyond basketball skills, touching on psychological and emotional dimensions that are rarely visible to fans. The whispers suggest that Kuminga's personality, marked by self-assuredness and occasional impulsiveness, might clash with Kerr's emphasis on discipline, preparation, and accountability, creating a subtle tension that ripples across practices and game day decisions. Rumors also indicate that the front office is quietly monitoring the situation, weighing the implications of potential trade scenarios or mentorship interventions, all while trying to preserve team morale and fan confidence. Analysts are pointing out that conflicts of this nature, if left unresolved, can magnify in intensity, impacting performance, cohesion, and public image. Fans are intensely engaged in speculation, dissecting every nuance, from handshakes to press conference phrasing, as if each small gesture could confirm the whispers circulating online. Whether this tension will catalyze personal growth for Kuminga, prompting him to reach new heights under pressure, or destabilize the Warriors' chemistry, remains uncertain. Meanwhile, media outlets continue to fuel the narrative, framing every development as a possible turning point, ensuring that the story dominates discussions on social platforms, podcasts, and sports shows, heightening anticipation and anxiety across the NBA landscape. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Additional rumors suggest that the Warriors' championship ambitions could be tested if the tension escalates, with every matchup potentially scrutinized for signs of discord between coach and player. Analysts highlight that the stakes are particularly high, as Golden State seeks to maintain its position among title contenders while balancing the integration of younger talent like Kuminga, whose athleticism and potential remain highly valued. Sources close to the team hint that subtle changes in rotations, practice emphasis, and strategic decisions might be influenced by the unspoken tension, creating speculation about whether the whispers reflect a temporary phase of adjustment or a deeper philosophical divide. Fans have amplified every minor signal, dissecting interactions during televised games, interpreting expressions, sideline conversations, and even social media commentary as pieces of an unfolding drama. Commentators suggest that if this situation remains unresolved, it could set a precedent for future management of young talent in high-pressure teams, raising broader questions about leadership, patience, and accountability in professional sports. The narrative has gained a life of its own, with speculation feeding speculation, leaving both insiders and observers grappling with an evolving story that could redefine the Warriors' trajectory and influence league-wide perceptions of the balance between authority and talent, discipline and freedom, potential and performance. Some rumors even propose that other franchises are quietly evaluating the situation, seeing a possible opportunity to acquire Kuminga if the tension proves insurmountable. Sources suggest that scouts and executives are monitoring his responses, behaviors, and performance under pressure, potentially positioning themselves to make offers if a trade becomes feasible. Analysts speculate that the combination of a young player's untapped potential and a rumored conflict with a respected coach could create a scenario ripe for strategic maneuvers, with ramifications beyond Golden State. Social media continues to magnify the tension, with fans generating theories, memes, and debates, interpreting every gesture as confirmation or contradiction of the whispers. Insiders indicate that the narrative has reached a stage where the story itself, regardless of factual confirmation, may influence decisions in practice, game planning, and contract considerations, as perception often shapes reality in professional sports. Observers argue that if these rumors hold truth, the Warriors may face a pivotal season, where internal dynamics could rival on-court performance in determining success. With each passing day, speculation grows, feeding a cycle of intrigue that keeps the basketball community captivated, eager to discern whether this is the beginning of a major transformation or simply a temporary, combustible phase in the relationship between KERR and Kuminga. The speculation around this situation has prompted debates about coaching philosophy and the balance between nurturing talent and maintaining team discipline. Industry insiders note that while young stars often push boundaries, respected coaches like KERR are expected to manage these personalities without compromising team cohesion or long-term objectives. Rumors indicate that subtle maneuvers, including adjusted rotations, targeted mentoring, or private meetings, may be in play to mitigate friction, but the lack of transparency fuels ongoing debate and curiosity. Fans, analysts, and commentators continue to dissect every interaction, creating a layer of public pressure that could further influence decisions behind closed doors. The whisper suggests that even small gestures, like sideline encouragement or substitution patterns, are being scrutinized for meaning, amplifying tension and speculation. As the story develops, observers remain divided, some viewing the conflict as a natural part of competitive sports, while others worry that unresolved tension could disrupt both player development and team performance. Regardless, the rumors have ignited an ongoing conversation that extends beyond basketball skills, touching on leadership, strategy, psychology, and the delicate dynamics of managing elite athletes under intense scrutiny, ensuring that the narrative remains a central topic of discussion throughout the season. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.